Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Look, if you're struggling with past due bills, maxed out credit cards, and you need an emergency loan to get your car fixed or to catch up on some bills, then I'm going to show you a few lenders that you can turn to that offers you a pre-approval, so no hard inquiry on the credit. Now, the first one we're talking about is 60 months loans, all right? Now, here's the thing about it with 60-month loans. They offer you loans anywhere from $2,600 up to $10,000. And the cool part about it, you can see here, applying would not affect your credit score. So that's good. Now, in terms of how does it work, well, let's look at it. Application is done completely online. Once you submit your application, we will ask you for 3 months of bank statements. So if they're asking you for 3 months of bank statements, basically what they're looking for to see if you have real direct deposits. Okay, now consistent direct deposits. Now I would tell you for this type of lender, of course, the interest rate is going to be higher. However, one of the things about it is they're not only focused on just the credit score. Now, they do a soft pull, and I'll explain that in a minute. But the one thing about it is that with lenders like this, when they do that soft pull on the credit, they're mainly looking to see if you have taken advantage of them in the past, or you are in a bankruptcy, okay? Now, sometimes these type of lenders will work with you if you're in a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. But the main thing about it, like I said, is they want to check those bank statements. So you do have to have an active bank account in order to qualify for this type of lender. So if you don't have an active bank account with deposits in it, do not apply for this lender. Don't waste your time or their time, all right? So this is the first lender. Now, I want to show you something about this company here, all right? So what it asks about, will checking my FICO score affect your credit rating? They don't. And see, here's what they tell you. They check Experian. So if you have a good Experian score, then that can help, but they will check Experian. Like I said, people with a 550 credit score is the minimum credit score they're willing to work with, okay? Now, of course, you can have it says, do you accept cosigners? And as you can see here, no. We do not provide the option to apply a personal loan with a cosigner. Okay, because some people may have a family member or something with better credit or stuff like that, but they won't accept them, all right? And are they secured or unsecured? This is an unsecured loan, okay? Here's the thing about it. You can apply for a second loan. Do you offer loans in my state? All right. Offer loans in the current states. So it's Alabama, California, Delaware, Georgia, Illinois. So these are the states that they currently offer loans to, all right? And as I was saying, like I said, they don't do hard pulls. It is a soft pull on the credit, okay? So that's the thing about it, so that you can understand about this here lender. Now, the next lender we're talking about is Upro. Now, Upro, they offer simple interest. They offer loans up to $5,000. Now, Upro being a tribal lender. Now, what that means, some of you have been following my video, meaning that like you go to the casinos and you lose your money at the casinos, then they take that money and they re-loan it out to the community on simple interest, okay? And yes, you can have bad credit. And in terms of affecting the credit score, you can actually check this without actually affecting your credit score, all right? Now, here's the good thing about it is that once you start making payments back, as you can see here, it goes from $300 up to $5,000, they will start reporting to the credit score, to the credit bureau, excuse me. They will start reporting to the credit bureaus, okay, as an installment loan, all right? Now, again, you checking to see if you qualify, it won't affect your credit. As you can see here, checking your rate won't affect your credit score. So you actually can be pre-approved for this. Again, with this type of lender, I always tell you, make sure you have an active bank account. Then you have FundsJoy. Now, again, FundsJoy is a platform for different lenders and stuff like that. So with FundJoy, again, they offer loans anywhere up to $5,000. As you can see here, FundJoy 200 up to 5,000. All right. So now you see what they offer and stuff like that, but you don't have to worry about your credit being affected. So that's the good thing about it. You don't have to worry about your credit being affected. Then you have Money Mutual. Now I know some of you guys are looking for higher loans or whatever, but this is focused with people with bad credit, high debt to income ratio that needs a quick loan. Now with Money Mutual, their loans go anywhere from 200 up to 5,000 as well. Okay, you can do a pre-approval with this here type of lender as well. So you can see up your pre-approval. Now, most of the time with these type of lenders, let me tell you something. They say that your minimum income should be about $500 to $800 a month. Okay, I would tell you, if you have income, say that you have a spouse, say that you're disabled, but you have a spouse that works, you also should include their income. Or if you're on welfare and you're renting out a room to somebody and they're paying you, you should also include that income. Because the more income you have on the application, it makes it much easier to qualify. Now, I'm not telling you to be facetious and manipulative about it. I'm just letting you know that you can put the overall household income on the application. Now, the next lender we're talking about is NetCredit, okay? And so with NetCredit, they offer two type of lending platforms. So they offer the personal loans, and as you can see here, it's $10,000, but it won't affect your credit. Then they also offer the line of credit. Now with the line of credit, again, it won't affect your credit score, but it's only $4,500. My thing about lines of credit, I would rather get approved for a line of credit than a loan, because with the line of credit, I can use it, pay it down, and I don't have to keep on applying for it. So that's the reason that I like the line of credit. And with NetCredit, they only charge you, I think, a basic fee for whatever the amount of the line of credit you use at that time, okay? So that's a place. Now you have Avant. Now again, with Avant personal loans, here's the thing about it. You can see here, they offer loans anywhere from $2,000 up to $35,000. Now please keep in mind, once again, all of these lenders, because they focus on people with a lower credit score, your interest rates is going to be much higher than your traditional credit union loan and traditional banks. All right, so just keep that in mind. But they offer loans anywhere from $2,000 up to $35,000. So this is Avant loans. Then you have Opportune. Now, here's the thing about an Opportune. Again, we know that Opportune doesn't operate in every state, but the good part about it with Opportune, with their $10,000, $300 to $10,000 loans, again, you don't even have to have a Social Security number in order to qualify with them. All right. Now, some people are like, well, what else do they check? Again, most of these type of lenders, they already know that you're probably having challenging credit. Or you may have a debt-to-income ratio over 50-55%, because when you're at that 50-55%, the only credit union that I know that would tolerate a 60%, PenFed credit union. But the other credit unions like Navy Federal, if you have over a 55% debt-to-income ratio, they'll turn you down for a personal loan. Now, here's the interesting thing about it with Navy Federal. You can have over that high debt to income ratio for the personal loan, but they'll still give you a credit card with a 550 credit score, right? So that's the interesting thing about them. But with Opportune, again, they're not in every state. So just keep that in mind. They're not in every state, but they will be able to help you as well. Now, your next lender we want to talk about is Universal Credit. Now with Universal Credit, you can see here, they go anywhere from 1,000 up to 50,000. All you need is a 580 credit score, okay? Now, their debt to income ratio, the reason they are on here, just like with Avant, their usually debt to income ratio is hovering about 70-75%. So you can have a high debt to income ratio. One of the things I want to tell you guys about these type of lenders, they don't do a hard impact on your credit score, but they may check LexisNexis. They may check Clarity, which is owned by Experian. They may check DataX, which is owned by Equifax, or they may check Factor Trust, which is owned by TransUnion. But here's the thing about it. Like with Universal Credit, they're usually like a FICO 9 scoring. They usually pull in TransUnion. But again, you can do a pre-approval to see if you qualify before you actually get in the loan. Now, if you have questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.